Hey guys, Vaughn Fry here. I want to talk about something that's in the news, it's in the now, and for whatever reason, no one seems to be capable of speaking up, sharing an opinion that I believe in. So I have to say something. I'm sure somebody out there feels the same way, but if you asked me, hey Vaughn, would you like to attend a huge comic book convention? I'd be like, yeah, sure, that sounds like fun, so long as I don't have to pay, because I'm broke. If you said, hey, do you want free tickets to Comic-Con San Diego 2012, 2013, whatever, I would say, hell no! And the reason why is because it's not a comic book convention. Comic-Con is a tremendously marginalized entertainment convention. Somewhere along the line, it was in probably really the last 5 years, Hollywood had decided, you know what, this Comic-Con thing, this is really catching on. If we make our movies and TV shows, showcase them over at this convention where they have no place being at all, we can get all the press, and we can get all the attention, and all the publicity is going to be ours to have. And the comic book people, they're going to be like, yeah, sure, we like having TV stars at our convention. We like having movie stars here. This is cool. I get to meet movie stars. That's awesome. I get to meet so-and-so for my favorite TV show. They like the attention, and they rolled with it. And now what you got? You know what you got? You got a bunch of teenagers showing up for 7 minutes of Breaking Dawn 2. Because that has so much to do with the world of comic books, doesn't it? What happened here is Hollywood is found a way to get into places they shouldn't be, and they're plundering the concept of all of the possible comic book characters they can to make money. We're finishing up Batman in the next few days. And then we're going to get another Batman. It doesn't matter if Batman gets killed or not in the Christopher Nolan trilogy, or how high the bar gets set. People are going to want a new version of their cash cow. I have a belief that there's going to be concurrent series, like there are in comic books. How you could have almost 10 different Batman monthly books come out. You could have maybe a comedy Batman, a serious Batman, maybe 2 Batman films in 1 year. It's going to happen. But it just bothers me that things that are not related to comic books are showing up at Comic-Con. I can go in and say, look, okay, sure, it's a little lame that we have to promote Iron Man 3 at Comic-Con. But that has something to do with comic books. I can't say we need to have the cast of random TV show at Comic-Con. If they like comic books, have them show up in an unofficial capacity. Don't have them getting a panel and talking to a big crowd, because they're one of the attractions. All the attractions should be comic books, comic book related. You let Hollywood come in, and now Hollywood controls it, and that's the way it is. And every other blogger, I don't want to be called a blogger. Blogger sounds stupid. Blogger sounds like somebody who is just going to regurgitate to the masses whatever it is you're giving them. I don't want to suckle the teat of PR. People are probably real pissed that I'm not saying things about The Dark Knight Rises right and left. Oh, check out the Dark Knight Rises trailer. Check out I don't want to shill for some movie I haven't seen. I'm about judging quality of things, and if I'm not given the whole thing to view, then I can't really say what should be. And you know what? I even recently got my hopes up over a movie called Prometheus, and it blew. So if the movie I thought was going to be the best movie of the summer sucks, why should I go in with high hopes for anything else? Is The Dark Knight Rises going to suck or not? I don't care. I don't care because something's going to happen after it. There's going to be a new Dark Knight in 5 years. There has to be, because it's easy money. We saw what happened this other week with The Amazing Spider-Man. It doesn't matter if it loses money, if it gains money. I mean, like, okay, if it works, you get a sequel. If it doesn't, you get a reboot. Something's going to happen. Somebody is always going to be around to screw up whatever reputation somebody else tried to build. There's no point in caring about movies anymore. It's a rich man's art form. You have to be related to somebody to get a thought through the doorway. And you have to be somebody's ancestor of some kind to get in a movie. I mean, look, Drew Barrymore, does she have any business being in any movies whatsoever? No, she doesn't. Why did I bother asking a question to you guys? That's what it's going to be. All the movie stars in the future, they're going to just be somebody's kid. It's just awful. It takes too much money to make a movie these days. The system needs to be reset in some capacity. If all the ideas are unoriginal and they keep making money, there's no reason to try. If trying leads to a possibility of failure, they're going to go with the easy money. It's so depressing. I don't like thinking about new movies. I would rather just go into a theater, have no idea what I'm watching, and be like, oh hey, it's the new Batman. I could live with that. Instead, I'm seeing so many commercials for The Dark Knight Rises, I can't avoid them quick enough. I know what's going to happen the whole movie. I flip over to Jay Leno and I see Morgan Freeman. I thought, oh, maybe he's there to talk about the new season of Through the Wormhole. No, he's there to promote the Batman film. And they show a clip where obviously Christian Bale's got a cane, so he just had his back broken by Bane. And I mean, you can just, it doesn't take a genius to come to these kind of conclusions. You look at the trailer and there's so many different shots spliced up. You could be watching the movie and be like, yeah, well, that kid hasn't etched into the surface with chalk. He hasn't etched the Batman symbol yet, which is probably going to be at the end of the movie when they're like, oh, do you think Batman really died? I don't know. He lives on inside all of us, kid. There could be a thing like that. Like, you kind of expect that to happen. I don't care. I feel like I'm doing such a better job reviewing movies than they deserve. Like, there's Adam Sandler movies come out. He makes all the money. I do a better job reviewing it than he made the movie. I don't make any money. I don't gain any recognition. I have to find a better way to get the message across. And that's going to be the next step of what I'm working on. You have to be a big shot before anybody really cares what you think about anything. And that sucks. So I have to find a way to get a message across. And I feel like I'm like the Joker of the film community. This video is probably going to be censored by YouTube. Why? They like to cut off my videos like a second in, or make it impossible for me to upload them. Because what I'm saying is dangerous. When I say don't see these movies because you're feeding a system, they don't like that, because guess what? The people who make videos at YouTube, they like movies. That's the whole reason they're there. They're like, oh, I love movies. I like making videos. Yeah, it's related to YouTube. And all those banners you see across the top when you go to YouTube, those are for promoting whatever movie's coming out this week. There needs to be an association disconnect between Hollywood's movies and making videos on YouTube. And if you're against one, you don't have to be against the other. In my case, I'm against both because I'm getting censored by a website that I thought could have been the next big step in how we convey these narratives. But instead, they rely on the old media that controls them. Hollywood pays the bills. You have to shut down the little guy for telling people to wake up.